Hello, my name is Thomas Mick. I am the author of articles on the blog at commonsensetome.com. Also, you can reach that blog at publius87.wordpress.com. And Publius87 is spelled Publius 87.wordpress.com. This is a recitation of my article, Letting Go, Sacrifices for Liberty. There are many things in our life that hold us back from doing what must be done to regain our lost liberty. Like the strands of a spider's web, they stick to us, entangle us, and hold us back from exploring what we can do to defeat the globalist elite and their mercenaries that are poised to enslave us. Regaining the liberty our families need to thrive. The phrase, freedom isn't free, is true, but it isn't the military that preserves it. It is the people themselves. Madison Avenue receives, and the Department of Defense spends, billions of dollars to convince us that the military gave us our liberty and it's our protectors, while nothing can be further from the truth. God gave us our liberty, and only we can preserve it. Once our people are indoctrinated into the service, they become the pawns of the chain of command and obey the orders of their superiors. The chain of command is guided today by Barack Hussein Obama, a foreign usurper to the presidency and globalist puppet. Familial love and sense of duty can sometimes hold us back from what we, as individuals, must do to preserve liberty and opportunity for our family and the Republic. Many of us today refuse to accept what we perceive to be the wrong decisions of those we love, especially members of our family. But if we truly love them, we must also respect their right to make those decisions and let go. Letting them learn from the consequences of those decisions letting them learn from the consequences those decisions bring to their life if they're fortunate enough to survive them. The things we must let go of today can be regained once our liberty is regained. Holding on to things that hold us back from our duty to future generations only serves to enslave us and them. Look at what our founders sacrificed. Can we do any less? America needs her patriots today, or it will soon cease to exist, both physically as well as in the minds of our posterity. The elite cannot afford to have future generations entertaining the notions of individual liberty, equal opportunity, and independence. Absolute control cannot be maintained in such a society. They wish to return to the days of feudalism, where they can once again be lords over us and control our destiny and servitude. Is that the future you wish your grandchildren to inherit? We are all losing control of our possessions with each passing day as the dollar continues to be devalued through inflation. When the American economy collapses, millions of us will lose everything, despite our best efforts to retain it. Those whose highest priority was to the preservation of their possessions instead of liberty will find they have lost both in a day. There are times when we must let go of unessential possessions in order to preserve our lives. End article. There are many people today. I talk to people all the time, those that I chat with on Facebook and in other media, and as well as people on the phone, including members of my own family, that, some frankly refuse to believe that anything is wrong, that everything will somehow work out in the long run and that life will go on just as it always has. While that's a great fairy tale, it's based on wishful thinking. Wishful thinking has not served people well throughout the millennia of history. Also, as our dollar plummets, and it is on its way to being collapsed, everything you possess, everything in the city, your house, your car, your doilies, everything will become gone. When that dollar collapses, you're either going to grasp at what the globalists hand you as a life preserver, which will be a world currency, most likely cashless, or, well, you're going to rebel. You're going to engage in the fight for liberty. But those things that you hold dear today will suddenly be very unimportant in the future, especially if you're in a camp. Because, trust me, once they put you in the camp, none of your possessions are going to be yours anymore. So, all of those things that are tugging at you and holding you back, all of the wishful thinking that you may have that all these things are just going to go away, and that some savior is going to go marching into the district and solve all our problems. You know, it's a great wish. I guess it's hope. But what are you going to do when that doesn't materialize? We need our patriots in America today. We need everyone and their skills brought to bear to restore the Republic. I have come up with a plan of action, and I'm promoting that plan of action, and I'm hoping that it reaches across the country and becomes reality, that we take back our city hall, our county governments, our state governments, and we restore the Constitution to its rightful place. And we remove all of the usurpacious legislation, court decisions, and other actions that the globalists and their corporations have piled on top of the Constitution in contravention of it. But until that day, until we can finally rebuild the Republic, we need to resist. We need to stop complying. We need to let go of the things that hold us back and start engaging ourselves in this battle. Or we will lose. So you have to ask yourself, it's your possessions and the things you have right now, the familiar ties that are holding you back because you wish that they would come on board somehow, more important than winning this battle and assuring the future of the Republic? For me, that answer, my children were gone. I no longer desire to be a part of this system. I want freedom. And I want my family, even the ones that don't want it themselves, to taste liberty. And if they survive the coming days, I hope, through my efforts and the efforts of many other people, that we restore our Republic and restore that liberty. That's pretty much it for this video. Think about my words. Really consider them. Don't just brush them aside, I pray. Unless we engage the enemy and we extricate ourselves from their tentacles of control over our lives, we can't regain our freedom. We're already slaves. If we won't step away and act and fight to regain what we've lost, they'll win. They're determined. We need to be as determined. And I hope there's enough Americans left in this Republic that put the liberty and the future of their families ahead of the temporary. Because if there isn't, and we all wait for somebody else to do it for us, a lot of us are going to die. That's the reality of it. You may not believe it. You might think I'm a crazy loon for saying it. But that's what the government has planned for you. It's not a secret. They're not hiding it at all. If you bother to look, you'll see that what I'm saying is true. There's going to be a lot of dead people in this country. So sitting around waiting for somebody else to do it for you is not the most prudent and best method at this point in time. With that, I wish you all adieu.